Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Don Mafia Live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST and 5:15 p.m. EST. We have another episode today and probably a narrative that has been dominating the interwebs ever since Sunday's big victory against the Kansas City Chiefs. Is Josh Allen the 2024 MVP? Did Lamar Jackson lose any traction from losing to a divisional rival? What does this MVP award even mean? Do we want to see him win an MVP? Should it be important to us? Is a Super Bowl all that matters? Trust me, we are going to be unpacking absolutely everything on today's episode. Shout out to everybody that is deciding to rock with me. Shout out to the everydayers. Shout out to the day ones. And shout out to the new people who are just joining our live chat community. You have no idea how much it means to me to see all of these familiar faces choosing to sit back and watch a little bit of football with your guy, Dan. Listen, I got to go on ahead and I need to give a giant shout out to today's proud partner, and that's Picasso's Pizza, folks. Picasso's, hands down, best pizza in Buffalo, New York. 4 great locations in the Western New York area. And if you are not in Buffalo, have no fear, my friends, because they are delivering nationwide. That is right. They are sending pizza to your front doorstep. I don't care if you live in South Dakota, you live in Oregon, you live in New Hampshire, you live in Texas, baby, right by the damn border. They're going to go on ahead and send you over some za as long as you end up hitting that national shipping button the second that you log on to Picassos.net and use code PARADE for 20% off as well. Christmas is right around the corner, holidays, etc. Perfect gift for somebody that perhaps misses a taste of home. Man, ladies and gentlemen, rolling on in here. We have Ian coming on in. I poop pants Sunday. You pooped your pants on Sunday. Hey, man, listen, you know what? All of us have our way of celebrating. I just really hope that you enjoyed that soiling, my friend. Absolutely. Dan, how many games do you think the Bills will lose for the season? That damn Bills guy is coming in. He's firing it, dude. He's firing it away. Like, he's like, nah, dude, bite the pillow, baby. Daddy's coming in dry. I can't even, ease my way into this stream. I'm just kidding. I have a feeling that we have one more loss under our belt. And to be completely honest with you, I honestly think that it would be in our best interest to lose one more game this year. Ideally, so hear me out, right? I would love to win the next 6 games, right? Because we would be absolutely reeling. But for some reason, I don't know. Maybe this is something in the back of my head where I'm saying I kind of want us to be brought back to reality at some point, particularly leading up to the playoffs, because I kind of want us to get a little humbled, right? I believe when Josh Allen goes out there and he says, hey, you know what? We are just taking each and every single week by week, right? We are taking a game by game, and we're not letting it get to our egos. But folks, listen, that is all fluff. This is human nature. When you are seeing success, a lot of the times you start to feel invincible. And I'm not saying that the entire team feels like that way, but if you were really thinking that all 53 men on that roster have that mentality where they're not maybe sitting there and underestimating some opponents, because all it takes is just a couple of players to underestimate a particular matchup, that could mean quite a bit. So to be completely honest with you, I would be happy. And I hate saying that I want to root against my team, but I do think that a humbleness check certainly would be ideal prior to going into the playoffs, so that we can have certain things exposed that we can clean up going into the postseason. I'm not sure, say, for example, that y'all are on the same page with me there, but I wouldn't be upset with losing one more, one in which where we could expose some weaknesses so that we could really have a fire lit under our ass as we go into the postseason. I have never seen Josh put air under a ball like he did to Cooper with that absolute rainbow. Man, listen, he was going out there, and luckily we had Amari Cooper being on the receiving end of that gorgeous rainbow indeed. Ed A. And do you have faith with this team to win the Super Bowl, a.k.a. the Buffalo Bills? Listen, man, I've been saying this all week, and I genuinely believe that as long as we can stay healthy in the right positions, I'm not even so much concerned about some injuries on the offensive side of the ball, but it is so important for this team's defense, particularly DBs and also linebackers, to stay healthy if we really want to be able to walk into the playoffs and win 3 games. And that, of course, would include the divisional, the AFC Championship, and then afterwards the Super Bowl. So as long as we stay healthy, I have the utmost confidence for this team. No questions asked there. I think we lose our last game of the season if we win 5 straight, just so the Bills can go on a streak of winning, which normally ends up being 5 straight, so seems likely. I mean, that game is going to be against the New England Patriots. I'm not sure if that means that we're going to be benching our starters or whether or not we have our starters out there, and things sort of get interesting, if you will. Bills won't lose any games. We're going to win all 6 of them. I believe in my team. Go Bills. Henry. I love that. As Mike Green comes in and says, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Guys, definitely listen to Mike over here. We are building an awesome community. As many of you guys know, my goal is 50,000 subscribers by the end of the regular season. I think we can do it, boys. I think we can do it. And plus, I'm bribing all of you to subscribe anyway. I'm giving away that signed Keon Coleman jersey that is hanging up right behind me. If you want to be a part of these weekly giveaways, folks, you have to be a subscriber. I'm giving away that. And then afterwards, I'm wondering if I'm going to give away a Benford, a Taron Johnson, and or a Gregory Rousseau signed jersey. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do, but stay tuned. As long as you are a subscriber, you are entered into my contests. So have no fear there. Dan, if you feel we have one more loss in us, and do you foresee Kansas City losing 2 more? I'm looking at Kansas City's schedule, and I genuinely believe that the Chargers will get them once, and I also think that the Pittsburgh Steelers will get them at the end of the season. It would be hysterical if the Carolina Panthers were somehow able to pull a win out of their ass next Sunday, but I just don't see it happening. We are at the most balanced team in the league. If our D can continue to create turnovers, we will keep winning. We have Craig, as Joshy said, 1 week at a time. Define humble. I think we need another term. I do, man. I do. Mods can't win, which would explain why I haven't won yet. Aaron, yeah, most definitely. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to be sending out some of the stuff right to the mods, unfortunately, because then people would start to think it was rigged. Do you know what I mean? But hey, listen, I appreciate you guys, and I will be taking care of you guys toward the end of the season, so have no fear there. The game against the Lions is on my birthday, and it's only an hour flight. Do I go to the game? Absolutely, man. Book your flight right damn now. You don't want to miss out on that one. But I will tell you what, those tickets are absolutely insane. Morning, go Bills, Buffalo Wings. What's up, dude? How you doing? You're right. We have Jesse. Hey, man, I was at the game on Sunday, and the crowd went nuts when Josh scored on 4th and 2. Go Bills. Any news on Coleman? You know what, Jesse? I am envious that you were there in person, watching perhaps the best Josh Allen play in the history of Josh Allen's career. As far as Keon Coleman, like nothing official. However, if I'm a gambling man, I have a feeling he's going to be a full go for the San Francisco 49ers game. He has a week. I haven't noticed the cast on him at all for the past week or 2 since that Miami Dolphins game. So I have a feeling he'll be good. And we'll also have an Amari Cooper fully healthy. We'll have Spencer Brown back. We'll have Matt Milano is coming back into the conversation. So we are hitting a perfect stride of getting as healthy as humanly possible. Do you choose a winner, or is it completely random? It's completely random. So like what I do is I like normally just like take my subscriber lists, and I have like some big spreadsheet, and then I use like the Google like random number generator. And then whatever that subscriber's name is based off of the Pristine Auctions account is the winner after the fact. So it's certainly random. It's certainly random. I'm not sitting here showing any favoritism to anybody. It's just cool people, baby. It's just cool people. Alan for president. Alpha and Hungry. We have William is coming in from Sweden. My guy. Are we the 1 seed in the AFC if we tie the record for the Chiefs? Yes, because we would have the tiebreaker. I was there Sunday. Unreal opportunity to see the game. Yes, William. Josh Allen is the best football player there is. Man is a dog. No one else I would rather have. We have to enjoy the Allen era while we can, because there might not be another Allen ever again. Hey, man, listen, I'm loving each and every single one of it. And you know what? Shout out to my friend Zbot, because he actually ended up putting out a video on X that made me want to run through a damn wall. Okay? Shout out to Zbot. As many of you guys know, he is over at the Buffalo Fanatics Network. Great guys over there. very good friends of mine. Shout out to Rico as well. It's Rico's birthday. If you haven't had an opportunity of wishing Rico a happy birthday, certainly do so on X. But Z-Bot was supposed to come on the show this morning, but he's been nocturnal as of late, my friends. So I'm going to have Z-Bot on tomorrow, and we are going to be chopping it up a little bit about the Buffalo Bills. But he put out a video right here that I want to highlight. Does a great job at editing, etc. And I kind of want to watch this together because when I watch this, I sort of caught myself with this exact same mentality, right? I sort of caught myself with this exact same mentality. Why the hell should we care about a Josh Allen MVP, right? Like, all we should care about is a Super Bowl. But then after watching this video from Z-Bot, I started thinking, you know what? Maybe he has a point. Maybe we all should be putting Allen winning the MVP on a higher pedestal than a lot of us would like to admit. So without further ado, shout out to Z-Bot. Let's watch this together and go subscribe, obviously, to the Buffalo Fanatics YouTube channel. They do a wonderful job over there.
I think there's a ton of factors involved that now have you realizing with that moment yesterday to catapult that Josh Allen, this could be the year that he gets the MVP. And I know everybody always says, we don't care about an MVP, we care about a Super Bowl. Of course, if you had to pick between the two, would it not be the most no-brainer decision in the history of decisions? But everyone wants to be able to look back and know that Josh Allen's greatness can at least be defined by something to reflect how unbelievable this guy was. Josh Allen can only determine his personal performance. He can't determine what happens in the 13-second window.
Damn right.
He can't determine a Tyler Bass missed field goal or whatever might come about that could keep the team from winning. But Josh Allen can determine whether or not he wins an MVP. And I've always wanted that for him so that we can look back and say this is a perfect representation of how great this guy was. Because right now, of those top three quarterbacks, Lamar, Allen, and Mahomes, he's the only one without one, much less two. And that's why I've wanted it so bad for him. And I think that this might be the year. And when you really think about it, would this not be the most deserving year of them all? Because it was the year that they were perhaps the most doubted. It was the year that the Bills were not supposed to do what they're doing. Josh Allen was not supposed to do what Josh Allen's doing. He was not supposed to have this much success without Stephon Diggs. Now, there are so many people that have attached Josh Allen's success to somebody else, whether it was Diggs and Davis combined, or, of course, Brian Dable. How many people said that Josh Allen's success was strictly because of Brian Dable and it would fall off after his absence? That hasn't been the case. Josh Allen has progressed. He's gotten better. He's gotten smarter. He's gotten more mature. I think that's all culminated into the season we are currently getting from him. I think it's culminated into a year where Josh Allen, at this point in time, going into week 12, has the best opportunity to win an MVP. And I think that that means something, and I think it should mean something to all of us because there's a lot of revisionist history out there. You know it as well as I do. When it comes to sports, a lot of times you only look at a couple of different things. You don't look at the broad picture. We want to be able to look back with everybody and say, man, this is one of the best to ever do it. And there will be plenty of people out there, if Allen doesn't have an MVP or a Super Bowl trophy, that'll tell you, well, how could you consider him to be that when he doesn't have any of that? We know that's BS. We've watched every single snap, every single second of this guy's career, and anybody who's done that knows he's one of the best to take a football field. To be able to have hardware to reflect that, to be able to look back and emblemize that, that means something. And I think yesterday was the moment that could potentially propel him into getting that hardware that we'll be able to have forever in terms of representing just how great of a quarterback Josh Allen truly is right now and truly was when we look back down the line.
My guy was born to talk football, man. Like, I'm talking, that was just a pure melody. A melody of explanation, analysis. Absolutely love it. Shout out to Z-Bot, like I said. But you know what? He is preaching to the choir right here, baby. He is preaching, and I would have to agree with him. I was the exact same mentality where I said, you know what? I really don't care about that MVP award because, quite frankly, all it is a glorified media award. It is the best player on the best team in the NFL. So if that's the game that we need to play in order for Josh to win it, by all means. Last year, as many of you guys know, I think that he ended up getting robbed of the MVP. So this year, if we're going to go out there and he has statement wins, yes, he lost a couple at the beginning of the season, but he's still defying all of the odds because each and every single one of us knew during the offseason how much bullshit were we being fed all offseason, ladies and gentlemen. We were continuously just getting, oh, yeah, this Bills team has no weapons. If the Buffalo Bills have any chance of making it to the playoffs, then Josh needs to go crazy. I'm pretty sure.
I think there's a ton of factors. And
so I'm pretty sure that Emmanuel Acho ended up saying the exact same thing. He's defied so many odds, and it's not just this year. It's been his entire career. So I would have to agree to our good guy Z-Bot over here, man, for sure. And so is Fox NFL. And so is the rest of the league. As we can see, Josh Allen is currently plus 150 to win the MVP, thanks to Lamar Jackson, losing to the kryptonite that the Pittsburgh Steelers are to him. Z-Bot should be on national radio. He has the voice and is a great speaker. Absolutely. He's one of the most talented in the game. He's way better than I am. Great dude. Love Z-Bot. Very good friend of mine. He should have got it last year, but yeah, they've got to give it to whoever they feel like it's better than. Looking facts, stats, just want a W and the Super Bowl. Then I will tattoo the Buffalo Bills on me. The year Rodgers won, Allen got snubbed as well. Listen, it's very important for him to add that to the hardware, to the trophy case, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. But I'll tell you what, it's funny because I think when it comes into like pure statistics and a team really like shooting you in the foot, would be Joe Burrow. And to be completely honest with you, man, there is not a team out there that is screwing over Joe Burrow more than the Cincinnati Bengals, Zach Taylor and the defense, because that kid's absolutely balling. I would even say that Justin Herbert's balling too. He has a single pick so far. I mean, granted, I know that Harbaugh has sort of re-identified and attached a new identity to the Chargers being run first, but Herbert is also playing very, very well. Not really sure why. So I'm not even really sure why Patrick Mahomes is fifth in overall odds at this point. Maybe people want to attach his playoff success, but we all know that this award is exclusively for the regular season. So doesn't really make a lot of sense there. Sam Darnold being on here is a crime. So I'll tell you what, first 5 weeks, Sam Darnold, 110%. First 5 weeks, Sam Darnold, but he's been regressing since that week 5 when they started off 5-0. That's basically how we're looking at RM56. It just proves these days a running back can get 3,000 total yards and still lose. Funny enough, right? I don't see Derrick Henry on here at all. How is Derrick Henry not on this list? At least like 3 or 4, right? CMC should have won last year over Lamar if it didn't go to Allen. If Josh Allen won MVP, TD would lose his mind because they don't just hand out MVPs. Listen, that would be number one why I would be absolutely freaking out. No quarterback has the MVP clinched till they start giving a number next to a name instead of a plus number. Let me read that again. No quarterback has the MVP clinched till they start giving a number next to the name instead of a plus a number. Henry deserves to be in the conversation. I would have to agree with you there. Yo, Dan, who leads the NFL in interceptions? I want to say it's Patrick Mahomes. In fact, I want to see. Let me see. NFL 2024 INT leaders. Let's see. Who's the worst? Let's talk about it. Offensive. Let's see. NFL interception leaders. Who threw the most interceptions in 2024? All right, here it is. It looks like that Geno Smith and Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love are tied for the most interceptions so far this year. They are all a three-way tie at 11. Then Sam Darnold is at 10. Kirk, Goff at 9, Baker at 9, Minshew at 9, Dak at 8. And he's out so far within the season. And then we have Caleb Williams at 5, and then Josh Allen is sitting at 5 when it rolls into it. So that is the INT world where we live in. Dan, stop it, please. What's going on, man? How you doing? And the only MVP I want in the Super Bowl MVP, and the announcer saying you're Super Bowl 59 champions, Buffalo Bills, as Josh lifts the Lombardi. So screw the regular season MVP. Why not both? Why not both, right? No Barkley either, and dude is balling out. A minus number. I tried to retype it. Got it. A minus number. Got it. DF forever. No player has the MVP clinched till there is a minus number before the name instead of a plus number. Still the best odds. Still the best odds where it happens. So hopefully he can turn that number into a minus number. Mahomes is a turnover machine. He is so far. How silly we behave as if gambling odds have anything to do with the MVP. I'll tell you what, man. Listen, if you want a lot of answers in life, just follow the money. Just follow the money. These odds right here are largely to where all of the money is. And 9 times out of 10, it's typically correct. How could Lamar Jackson drop from the MVP conversation? He hasn't dropped from it. He just ended up falling down as the number 2 favorite based off of betting odds. That's kind of where we're at. We have DD. What happened to soft hands? You got soft hands, brother. You got soft hands, brother. All right, so we got Glenn in the chat. And the difference between Mahomes and Allen is Mahomes can throw INT and still have just one loss. No, so the difference is that he just has a better coach. No bones about it. If the Ravens 2-4 record when they have more pass attempts than rushing attempts doesn't tell you who MVP on their team. Listen, I really hope that Josh Allen wins the MVP so Glenn could just be in shambles. That's also a reason why I want it. We all know Mahomes at 5th only is because of his previous success, which shouldn't even be counted for in this year's MVP, but somehow it still is. Dude shouldn't even be top 10. Dexter Lawrence deserves some MVP talk. He's insane on a horrible Giants conversation. If Josh hoists the Lombardi, he wins both MVPs, by the way. I saw Lombardi coaching a game versus the Bills way back when. We won that night. Chiefs are going to lose more games this year. Ian McDonald saw a video the other day where the guy said Lamar plays worse the bigger the game gets. Well, I'll tell you what, listen. Right now, I have Josh Allen MVP right in the search bar, hence why I want to have these conversations. We have Emmanuel Achow still saying that he believes that Lamar should have it because we punished Josh Allen last year. The same thing that won Lamar Jackson the MVP last year could cost him MVP this year. You can only hope voters like myself give you consistency. If Lamar Jackson loses games this year, we have to punish him because we punished Josh Allen for the exact same reason. All right, look at that. I had no idea that fool had a vote. Saw a video the other day where the guy said Lamar plays worse the larger the game is. Glenn's still hating on the Bills, but he's still watching your channel. Hey, listen, me and Glenn are buddies. He just likes to come in here and troll. We have Mike coming on in. That's because he knows his team is not relevant this year. We have Jamal Jones. So Josh Allen needs to beat 49ers, Rams, and Lions to win an MVP award. It's just a QB trophy. It is a QB trophy, indeed. If Ravens lose to the Browns, so Lamar MVP goes way, way down. All right, man. Let's see what else. So the Chiefs defense trying to stop Josh Allen. Oh, man. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, man. Oh, man. It was big right there, man. And I could watch that all day. I'm just pointing out the irony. Last year, the Lamar Jackson MVP, people said wasn't just about stats. Meanwhile, so the Josh Allen MVP people kept pointing out how he has better numbers. It is completely flipped this year. It certainly has, Michael Florio. Is Josh Allen the MVP so far this season? You're damn right he is. Okay, we have interceptions only matter for quarterbacks when it's Josh Allen, and making superhuman plays only don't matter when it is Josh Allen. If Ravens lose to the Browns, man, I wouldn't be putting a lot of money there. I wouldn't be putting a lot of money there. Win shouldn't count towards MVP because a win is not a quarterback stat. A win is not a quarterback stat. It certainly is not. Kalshi has predicted back-to-back elections. Oh, wow. Okay. If Kyler Murray wins MVP, that will be the biggest surprise of the season. We have AD coming in the chat. Meant if they lose to the Chargers, Lamar MVP is already over. How can Henry not be in the conversation for MVP? He's on pace for 1,830 yards, second most in his career, and on pace for 23 touchdowns. And if he gets 25 plus total touchdowns, he'll be top 5 all time in TD's one season. Here's the deal, because I genuinely believe that it's basically a QB award. Like, that is what the MVP is. It is a QB award, right? Last running back to win it, I'm pretty sure, or last non-quarterback to win it was Adrian Peterson in 2012. I'm not entirely convinced that a player outside of a quarterback will win the MVP for the remainder of our lives. Like, I would be shocked. That's on, like, now it's exclusively the offensive player of the year. It is no longer truly the most valuable player. Or otherwise, we would see like Derrick Henry, and we would also see Saquon Barkley, like people in the chat are suggesting within the conversation. But unfortunately, that's just not how it plays. That rush from the 26-yard line, the same yard line that Bass missed the field goal last year in the playoffs. Bills Super Bowl confirmed. Oh, I love that. Please inject it in my veins. Don Mafia Live, Big Hollywood O. What's going on with you, brother? What's going on? North teams, we all split with each other, making Buffalo the 2 seed at worst. We have Laura Lewis from Twitch. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm pretty sure you're a bot, but what's going on? Jamal Jones, Josh Allen has about 40 touchdowns and didn't win MVP last season. Y'all ain't getting to 500. Oh my God, 228. Guys, 155 of you in this chat right now. Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't had an opportunity of doing so far. As many of you guys know, I'm giving away this signed Keon Coleman jersey. All right, I am giving this signed Keon Coleman jersey to one of you lucky winners. All you need to do is just be a subscriber to the YouTube channel, have a free Pristine auction account. Link is in the description. I know you can get on in it, baby. Make it happen. Get it in. Tua would never win MVP because he balls out on bum teams, but somehow struggled against the Ravens. Excuse me. Raiders. Oh, wow. And so I was sitting here saying the Ravers here for a second. All right. So the Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson stats compared. Let's go ahead and check it out. 9-2, 7-4, but we can ignore that because wins are not a quarterback stat. 64% completion, 67 completion, pass yards, 2,543. Lamar, 2,876. Pass touchdowns, 18. Lamar, 25. Rush touchdowns, 6. And Lamar, 2. Rating 98.2, 117.3. And we have this guy coming out here. But listen, here's the thing, right? Like, here's the thing. This argument has completely flipped from last year, right? Because last year in 2023, we had all of the stats, right? Like, we had all of the stats swapped. Actually, each and every single one of them were swapped. QBR, rush touchdowns, pass yards, completion percentage. Everything was on Josh Allen's side, but then also the team record was switched. So again, this continuously proves again and again. This continuously proves that again and again, this is not truly the most valuable player to a team. It is the best player on the best team. It is the best quarterback on the team that has the best record award. That is slightly what it is. So if Lamar won it last year with that mentality, then I suppose we're going to have to win it this year. All the way this year. Go Bills. I like the video. Old Dusty Hammock. What is going on, man? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Josh, only 4 total touchdowns behind Thurman Thomas. I love that. Dan, wins aren't 100% a QB stat, but it matters because most of the time the quarterback needs to be great to win. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can agree with you there. Mike, exactly. Look at that, boys. Look at that. But yeah, guys, this is it's definitely ironic. It's definitely ironic how like really all of this has changed for the most part. Breaking: Bills quarterback Josh Allen is now the favorite to be the 2024 NFL MVP winner. Allen is having one of the most memorable seasons we have seen, from overrated to underrated, and the best quarterback in the league. Wow. Now that's a narrative that we have been waiting for in a while. Ain't no way in hell that Lamar Jackson is ahead of Josh Allen for league MVP honors right now, according to Shannon Sharp. Debate who the favorite is. Let's watch this for a second.
Baltimore has beaten Buffalo head-to-head.
All right, listen, I'm going to go on ahead and I'm not going to watch this because I'm afraid I'll be copyrighted. Josh Allen MVP, Marty Mush from Barstool. Josh Allen just took the MVP lead. We have Tim Keefe is saying, big love from Syracuse, Dan. Tim Keefe, big love all the way to Syracuse. Big love from Florida, my friend. What is going on? Hope all is well with you on this wonderful Wednesday. Is Kyler Murray good because the new Call of Duty sucks? Maybe. He's even in the conversation at this point. It's the Coachella Ravers. Dude, listen, brand new expansion team for the Buffalo Bills. Indeed. Damn. All right, folks. Short stream today. And so it is the bye week. I got some shit I got to do today. I will be live on BetUS TV's The Huddle here at 3 p.m. EST. We have a lot of topics that we would like to discuss. And then obviously I'm going to be live a bit later for my later stream. I'm going to be welcoming on Mario from #sports to chop it up a little bit about what has been going on with the Buffalo Bills. Expectations as far as how much we should be expecting this Buffalo Bills team to truly go. I sincerely appreciate y'all rocking with me each and every single day like you typically do. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't had an opportunity of doing so far. I will see you later this afternoon. Love each and every single one of you. Deuces.